Booksmart review: quite smart, surprisingly kind and very funny. For more information, to consent and proceed, click continue. There are two distinct variables that differentiate Booksmart from the stereotypical teen/high school comedy. While I suppose it is just expected to be taken at face value, no different than the likes of Offhand Superbad or Project X. For that matter, alongside the likes of Easy A, Bloggers, The Duelist List, Lady Bird, or The Edge of 17, all of which are terrific, Booksmart doesn't try to position itself as exceptional just because it's about horny young women instead of horny young men. I'd argue that even extends to its treatment of LGBTQIA-related content. As we learn, no spoilers, but nearly every single character in the film is at least somewhat intelligent and exceptionally nice or helpful. There are no villains. If anything, some of the second act drama, relatively speaking, comes as a result of aggressive kindness. That goes to the core, so Amy and Molly decide to try to cram as much conventional high school fun into one night as possible. I am not watching the film, penned by Deep Breath Emily Halpern, Sarah Haskins, Susanna Fogel, and Katie Silverman, try to offer a thoughtful and comedically clever adventure, even while positioning every single character, kids and adults, as supportive, nurturing and helpful, is something of a kick. In fact, whether it's Nick, Molly's jock crush Mason Gooding expressing an interest in similar nerd/geek IP, or an understandably cranky pizza delivery driver Mike O'Brien, almost stealing the movie in a single sequence, genuinely concerned about these two young girls running around in the middle of the night, the movie uses open-hearted world weariness as a comedic tool rather than an obstacle to be overcome. More scenes are shot by Jason McCormick and edited by Jamie Gross. The film has a dry authenticity, not least of which because it's set in the present day. The film isn't intent. Booksmart is very smart and very sweet, while also being very smart about sweetness. And yes, it
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.